All right, so there you have the real GDP projections, and agriculture is coming in strongly, manufacturing and services sector. I know when it comes to agriculture, we've touched a little bit on that. The governor says, based on the best, we had a very strong best in 2023, so there will be a little bit of a slowdown, but still it will be a major contributor to agriculture, rather the GDP. The way we measure this productivity especially the economy being an agri-backed economy, as it has traditionally been known, the Kenyan economy, are we looking at this right? That is one. And secondly, apart from the rains, because we are told agriculture is backed on the rains, have we learned from the droughts that we've had in the past that we need to go beyond the rains and start preparing ourselves even better?
Agriculture contributes about a quarter of our GDP. So it is the backbone of this economy. Unfortunately, we've not given it the policy support that it needs. Only 3% of bank loans are directed to the agriculture sector. Less than 5% of the government budget goes to agriculture. So things like extension services, which is the critical, because that's where the human capital is. And by the way, Kenya has one of the best human capital when it comes to agriculture. We have the best universities, training the best scientists on soil, on livestock. In fact, diseases such as East Coast fever, the vaccines were actually produced, discovered here in Kenya at Mogoga. So we have the capacity, but the financing has not been there. We are not in the robust extension services. We don't see benchmarking with other countries around the world. And that has been a lag effect. And until we get that right, even when it comes to land usage, we talk about onions coming from Tanzania. But between Nairobi and Namanga, if you ask yourself how much idle land is there, it's enough to be able to produce, not just for Kenya, but for the region. The next thing is the taxation that will touch now on the manufacturers. Yes, people want to manufacture products, but is the taxation policies favorable when farmers are being forced to enter the E-teams? Is it creating it in a way that's favorable to them? So I think the policy support, there are still gaps, but by all means, agriculture, if we get it right, can unlock a lot of jobs in this country.
Definitely. Prof, also services has been fronted as one of the areas that are actually is growing very fast. Actually, this week I had Job Wanjohi, policy lead at Kenya Association of Manufacturers, and we were looking at the manufacturing sector performance. And as much as they're saying, manufacturing's contribution to GDP has been minimal, it's just that other sectors like service sectors are growing at a way faster rate compared to manufacturing. It doesn't mean it's stunted. But looking at this issue of real GDP, Prof, what do you make from it?
Okay, we have got the projections, and just as Ken has said there, we have also seen that the governor is talking about good climate, expecting rain and things like that. I think we should deviate from that because rains may not be very predictable. Coming to the service, service actually is the real, service plays more to GDP than any other of these sectors, because mostly, even everywhere, the agriculture, you need some service, the chain of distribution and things like that. When it comes to the technology industry, we need a lot of service in it. There is a lot of service aspects in it. And then also in manufacturing, once the goods have been manufactured, it is service that ensure that they reach the consumer. So I think the policy reviews is very critical to us so that we don't kill what we have in our hands. In terms of taxation, we should actually make competitiveness to be realized in our service industries. Make it easy to start up this service industry, to open up some business, you know, make it very easy for people to do business, create an environment that will actually let everyone be interested in doing business. And again, another thing is let's have the infrastructure, necessary infrastructure, so that the service operations can be done. Yes. When you see some of the areas that probably can be exploited in terms of service, and there's no infrastructure to reach out to them, I think that is their undoing. So I think let's work towards ensuring that we have better infrastructure, yes, improve our service industry by increasing their competitiveness, okay, in terms of our taxation and policies.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm glad one of the things that has come out strongly is the policies, the legislation around these different sectors. Standing out is the issue of credit. Yeah, Ken, you noted that our agriculture sector, as much as it's contributing quite a share to the GDP, it's receiving very little money. So we want to take a short break. When we come back, we take a look at the issue of private sector credit, also pairing that with non-performing loans, and then we'll finish with the issue of the shilling. Stay tuned.